Thanks, Goose. Well, completely original ideas for video games are few and far between, but I think I can safely say I've never played anything quite like Tokyo Jungle.
There aren't a lot of games you can compare this to. I guess the closest I could come to would be maybe some weird hybrid of Nintendogs and Fallout.
It's pretty accurate.
It's the future, and humanity has been completely wiped off the face of the planet, leaving animals of all shapes and sizes to reclaim the streets of post-apocalyptic Tokyo. There's two modes you'll be playing through, the story mode and a survival mode. The story follows a few different types of animals on specific missions, eventually revealing how humanity came to disappear.
Survival mode is a lot more open-ended. You just have a Pomeranian and a deer to start with, but you can choose whichever animal you want to play out of the ones you've unlocked, and then it's just simply survive. You have this hunger meter that's constantly going down, so you're almost always on the hunt for prey. I'm not normally a fan of timers that count down in a game, but it works here. The best way to hunt is to sneak up in some long grass and go for a one-hit kill. But you can just chase down prey and claw them to death as well.
Unless you play as a grazing animal like a deer, in which case you have to constantly run away from everything and hide in long grass. And of course find some tasty plant treats to nom on as well when nothing's trying to eat you. We didn't play as grazing animals much.
There is a decent-sized open world for you to hunt in. It's split up into a bunch of different territories, and in between hunts you'll have to find and mark 4 spots in a territory to claim it as your own.
That means peeing on them.
Yes. And once you do that, a nest will appear and some ladies will come around to help you further the generation and carry on the species. And you'll need to do this every 15 years, otherwise they'll just die out.
But of course, if you want to attract the best mates, you need to be a strong hunter. As you eat more and gain calories, you level up from an amateur to a veteran and finally to a boss. Likewise, there are 3 levels of mate you can attract: desperate, average, and prime.
Just like real life. I'm the desperate one.
The better level of mate you can snag, the more bonuses your next generation will get to their stats, and the more members in your pack.
Your pack basically acts as extra lives as well as backup in a fight. If you get taken down or die of starvation, then you'll just take over as another member of your pack. But if your pack gets wiped out, then it's game over. You could potentially play this game forever, but eventually something always gets you.
Yeah, and you can't stay in one safe little territory either. You need to branch out and explore because each new generation can't use their parents' nests.
I found this game strange, but also strangely compelling. That need to go out and hunt and reproduce just kept me playing. And I was devastated when my proud pack of 11th generation Pomeranians were destroyed and wiped out by a group of tigers, bears and cougars.
Yeah, you really need to watch out for those bigger animals. I remember at one point I got a bit too bold with my little pack of Poms and we tried to take down a horse and was swiftly and brutally kicked to death.
We barely scratched the surface of the 80-something animals that can be unlocked. There's tigers, giraffes, hippos, and dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, Hex. Dinosaurs.
You also had to find little USB sticks scattered around survival mode to unlock more missions in story mode, and I really didn't like that. I felt like I was being forced to grind through survival just to unlock more of the story. Just unlock the story missions when I finished the story missions.
That was stupid.
It's just a small downloadable game and the graphics certainly reflect its budget, but it's such an original concept as well, and for me, it wins points with that uniqueness.
Yeah, and that multiplayer mode was fun, where we were running around as a cat and a beagle until we tried to take down a tiger. Well, what are you giving it, Hex?
I'm giving it 7.
I'm giving it 7 too. Now, Tiny Power.
Good game.